Welcome to Bangla City SATV News. This is Shibala Alam with our headlines. Former Chief Justice S.K. Sinha was sentenced to 11 years imprisonment over Dhaka 4 crore money laundering case. Bus and terminal counters work on drawing up new fare charts. BRTA wants to take action if more fares are collected. Prime Minister arrived Paris to have several bilateral meetings, expected to attend 65th anniversary of UNESCO and Paris Peace Forum. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina arrived France. She will have a formal meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron at the Élysée Palace in Paris today. During the visit, the Prime Minister will be given guard of honor at 3 places. Hasina will take part in bilateral meetings with French heads of state, government and business representatives. She is expected to attend the celebrations of 65th anniversary of UNESCO and the Paris Peace Forum. Former Chief Justice Surendra Kumar Sinha has been sentenced to 11 years in prison. Court sentenced him for embezzling 4 crore through loan fraud and smuggling abroad. Remaining 6 accused were sentenced to different terms. Judge Sheikh Nazmul Alam of Dhaka Special Judges Court 4 passed the order at noon. The other 2 accused in the case have been acquitted. Increased new fare charts are being drawn at bus and terminal counters across the country today. BRT authorities have traditionally warned that action will be taken if there are allegations of higher rents than the new fare charge that has been finalized. After the decision to increase the bus fare came into effect, various debates are going on with the passengers about the fare at long distances bus counters all over the country, including Dhaka Metropolis. Following the decision to increase bus and launch fare at a meeting on Sunday afternoon, the BRTA and BIWTA issued a notification announcing only kilometre and percentage increase rates. 120 Bangladeshis have joined the New York Police Department as traffic agents. Graduation of new traffic enforcement agencies were recently held at the police headquarters. Out of 161 participants, 120 are Bangladeshis, and the one who got the highest number of marks during the training is also a Bangladeshi. A total of 181 new traffic police agents will be stationed at various borough offices in New York. It is learned that a significant number of Bangladeshis will take part there. The image of the country has been brightened as the expatriate Bangladeshis have worked with reputation in the traffic department of the New York Police Force. With India facing over more powerful cyclones, women in the world's largest mangrove forest are planting thousands of saplings to help protect their coastal communities from climate change. The Sundarbans straddle the coastline into neighboring Bangladesh and are home to some of the world's rarest creatures, including the Bengal tiger and the Irrawaddy dolphin. The forests have been designated a World Heritage Site and has the past suffered from illegal logging and regularly battered by intense monsoon storms. Walking ankle-deep along a muddy shore and balancing young plants on their heads, a group of local women last week began a long process of reforestation and bare stench of coastline. They can help fight climate change by sequestering millions of tons of carbon each year in the leaves, trunks, roots and the soil. And they also help buffer coastline communities from the cyclone and have coast through the area. We are taking a short break. Stay with Bangla City SATV News. Welcome back. You're watching Bangla City SATV News. Now international news. 4 of 40 infants in the newborn care unit of the government hospital died in central India when a fire swept through the unit late on yesterday, after officials said. The other newborns have been shifted to other wards and investigation have been ordered into the fire, said Medical Education Minister. However, hospital fires have killed at least 70 people in India this year, including 10 last weekend in Maharashtra. With heavy rain pounding Sri Lanka, at least 6 people have lost their lives, with 4,300 others affected by massive flooding across the country. Reports say among those dead, 2 were killed by lightning. The country's meteorological department said a cyclone forming in the Bay of Bengal was moving closer to the island nation, and more rain is expected later this week. Landslide warnings have also been issued for 6 of the country's 25 districts, as the country fears the worst is yet to come. Pakistan and local Taliban militants on Monday agreed to a 1-month ceasefire, which could potentially be extended if both sides agree. The minister added that the Taliban interim government in Afghanistan have been involved in the talks, playing the role of the facilitators. The agreement has come as the TTP have fought for years to overthrow the government in Islamabad and rule the nation with their own Islamic brand, Sharia law. The militant group is also widely known for the attempt to kill Malala Yousafzai, the schoolgirl who went to the win of the Nobel Prize for her work in fighting for education for girls. The ceasefire will come into force starting Tuesday and last until December 9th. China's Communist Party is set to issue a resolution officially recessing the party's 100-year history, which will also likely extend President Xi Jinping's rule. The move will also cement his status in China's history books alongside former leaders like Mao Zedong and Deng Xiaoping. And the Chinese government's newest official history shows the impact the Chinese leader had. Media reports the party's official history, which covers the hundreds of years of its Communist Party, is 531 pages long, of which over a quarter of it is dedicated to the 9 years Xi has been in power. The 68-year-old is known as being the country's most powerful leader in decades, having also won widespread public support for attacking corruption, reducing poverty, while projecting China's strength to the rest of the world. Thousands of migrants were massing near the Belarus border on yesterday, said Polish authorities. Poland blocked hundreds of migrants at Belarus border, and the United Nations called the scenes at the border deeply concerning. Polish government said there were currently 3,000 to 4,000 migrants near the border and more than 10,000 others across Belarus ready to try and cross into Poland. Lithuania said it might introduce a state of emergency on its border with Belarus. Reports say 7 migrants have been found dead on the side of the border. Poland's Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki said on Facebook the Polish border is not just a line on the map. The border is sacred Polish blood and has been spilled for it. At least 26 children aged between 5 and 6 burned to death on yesterday when their straw and wood classrooms caught fire in southern Nigar. Mayor of Maradi city said, "Right now, we have 26 dead and 13 injured, 4 of them seriously. 3 days of mourning have been declared in the Maradi region from today." Isufu Arzika, Secretary General of the Nigar Teachers Union, said his union has alerted officials to the danger of the straw and wood classrooms after the Niamey fire. Government said straw and wood classrooms would henceforth be banned across the country. 4 astronauts trapped inside a SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule splashed down safely in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Florida. They returned on Monday from a record 6-month NASA science mission abroad of the International Space Station. Dragon vehicle dubbed Endeavour parachuted into the sea of the Florida coast as planned. Before ending, we go to the Euro-Bangla City SATV news headlines again. Former Chief Justice S.K. Sinha was sentenced to 11 years imprisonment over Dhaka 4 crore money laundering case. Bus and terminal counters work on drawing up new fare charts. BRTA wants to take action if more fares are collected. Prime Minister arrived Paris to have several bilateral meetings, expected to attend 65th anniversary of UNESCO and Paris Peace Forum. You're up to date so far here on Euro-Bangla City SATV News, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.